Welcome. Today's topic is solving equations with variables on both sides. If there is a variable on both sides of the equation, use addition or subtraction to remove the variable with the smaller coefficient. So let's look at the coefficients. The coefficient is the number that multiplies the variable. So in negative 7x, the coefficient is negative 7. In 2x, the coefficient is 2. So which is less, negative 7 or 2? The answer is negative 7. So if we had a choice of removing negative 7x from one side of the equation or 2x from the other, we'd remove the negative 7x by adding positive 7x to both sides. That way, we'd end up with something positive to work with. Okay? So on the next example, we have negative 2w and negative 8w. Which one has the smaller coefficient? Well, negative 8 is less than negative 2. So I would say negative 2 is greater than negative 8. So that's the one that we would want to keep. And we would get rid of the negative 8w by adding positive 8w. And the last one, what is greater, 1 or negative 3? 1, because that's 1p. If there's no coefficient, then it's a 1. So 1 is greater than negative 3. We would get rid of the negative 3p by adding positive 3. Okay, if this seems confusing, bear with me. We're going to proceed straight to an example. 4x plus 4 equals 2x plus 36. Let's begin with the line of equality. And we look at the two variable terms. There's one on either side of the line of equality. There's 4x and 2x. Of the coefficients, 4 and 2, 2 is smaller. So that's the term we want to remove, the one with 2x. We remove positive 2x by adding negative 2x to each side of the line of equality. So 4x minus 2x equals 2x. On the right-hand side, 2x and negative 2x cancel out. Okay, so we get 2x plus 4 equals 36. And from here, we have a regular two-step equation. This should begin to be easy at this point. So we box out the 2x, and what do we do first? Step 1, add or subtract. Step 2, multiply or divide. We'll subtract 4 on each side and bring down the box. So 2x is going to be equal to 32. Step 2, multiply or divide. In this case, it's a multiplication problem, so we'll divide both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. So we have 1x, or just x, is equal to 16. Here's another famous drawing by M.C. Escher. I bet you've seen this one before. Here we have negative 15 plus 6b equals negative 8b plus 13. So there is a variable term on either side of the line of equality. On the left-hand side, we have 6b. On the right-hand side, negative 8b. We really could remove either one, but if we remove the smaller one, the negative 8b, then we'll only have positive coefficients to deal with. And that's how I like to handle these problems. So to get rid of negative 8b, we're going to add positive 8b to each side. Again, we have a zero pair. On the left, we have negative 15 plus 14b equals 13. Now we have a two-step equation. Box out the 14b. So what do we want to remove? Negative 15 by adding positive 15 to either side. Another zero pair here. So we get negative, no, strike that. 14b equals 28. So last step, multiply or divide. It's a multiplication problem. We'll divide both sides by 14. 14 divided by 14 equals 1. That's 1b. b equals 2. Here's an example. You'll see problems like this from time to time where first you need to distribute. Then you'll have the variable on either side. So this is really about a four-step equation. So let's begin by distributing the 2. 2 times the quantity of n minus 3. 2 times n is 2n. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. That's going to be equal to 5 times the quantity of n plus 3. So 5 times n is 5n. 5 times 3 is 15. So we have 2n on the left and 5n on the right. Which one should we get rid of? That's right, 2n. How do we get rid of that? That's right, subtract 2n on either side. So we have negative 6 on the left. Oh, first of all, a zero pair. Then we have negative 6 equals 5n minus 2n is 3n. Bring down the plus 15. What's next? That's right, box out 3n. Subtract 15 on either side. And negative 6 and negative 15 equals negative 21. Negative 21 equals 3n. Last step, divide each side by 3. 3 divided by 3 equals 1, so that's just n. And on the left we have negative 7 equals n. Here's one last problem. This one is a little different in that on the left-hand side of the equation, the only thing there is negative 3w. So I'm going to break my own rule. I would suggest that it's easier to subtract the 2w from both sides because then we have a zero pair. That way we end up with a one-step equation that negative 5w equals 65. Otherwise, we would need to be subtracting the 65 on both sides. Really, you could do it either way, but this way is going to be simpler. So divide both sides by negative 5, and you get w equals negative 13. And that's about it.